Second and a couple. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And it's now 14-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position. To start this drive, they take over on the short side of the field.
Here we go, 56, right there, 56. Here we go, 46. Cut. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flushed out right. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Check 56. Watch the slant. 26.
Running for the shotgun with Dre.
Check 26.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Brings up 3rd and 1. Check 13. Here we go. Go to 54. Line in. Switch. Check 26.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run on first down. Mack. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and inches, Prescott, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Now Rodgers to throw again. Open is Powell. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
630. Over.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Looking in zone for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking there for T.J. Jones, but now it'll be third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, it's Aitman, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
47. Switch it, hey. 56 is the mic. Done.
I got him. Mike 56, Mike 56.
56.
Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marlon Mack, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at the juke. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12. To 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Anderson. Anderson loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Buzz!
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Hey, number 20.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Open man here, T.J. Jones. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down.
They'll run for it. Anderson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a run with Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marlon Mack, 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. From the 31, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey, box truck.
Rodgers now to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. 58.
Running for it. Here's Anderson. And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Done.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
6-man. Check cross.
Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. But it's going to be second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Rush in. We're going to 53.
This a give to Mack running to the right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I got you, punk.
Prescott. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.